Brother Shad, I have one question especially for our beginners, can you suggest any roadmap little bit, or what are the different tools that are leading, because you are a CEO of your company and you are hiring different AI employees as well. So can you suggest any little bit from where to start, or what are the high demand tools that are you guys are using in the practical industry?
Yeah, so what I would suggest if I was starting right from the scratch, it would be basically try to understand the whole development life cycle, right? The back end part and the front end and the user experience in there. So most of the AI development will happen on the back end side, the user experience. I mean, user interface. We need to separate the front end, which will be user interface and user experience, right? That is the app part. Most of the computation now is getting done as these devices are getting stronger. We are pushing more code itself. The rule-based, low cognitive rule-based tasks are getting pushed into the device itself, right? Therefore, knowing coding into, for example, Swift or React Native becomes important. You don't need to master it. Claude Code or other tools can do most of it, but you need to have a solid understanding of what is being done, right? The second pick, I would strongly say, before you do anything, as Mansoor said, and as you said, Salim Bhai, would be embrace the change, right? People who embrace the change and lean forward are just going to excel. There is too much demand out there for the right people and the right mindset, as you said, Mansoor, right? If somebody takes pride in their Python coding or Pascal coding from 20 years ago and they refuse to learn AI, I would look at them as the same way a farmer refused to use tractor, right? Then they shouldn't be complaining about their farm yield if their neighbor farmer is producing 20 times more. So the way we measure productivity is just going to change dramatically. The second part I want to say is understand the business rules. Really, really, it's critical because AI, while does 60, 70% of the job at the moment, it's still making a lot of mistakes. And if the right QA people will be able to pick it up. The cost of a mistake in AI world is just far greater than the cost of a mistake pre-AI, at least in healthcare where we deal with, right? If you are not compliant because your rule engine hallucinated even broke slightly, you're dealing with CMS for a very long time. And then last but not least, there are some new use cases that we have never explored before. For example, you can do 3D imaging even within healthcare apps or a bunch of other stuff. So if you can identify those nuances, you're gold. Like people will chase you if you have the right skill set and if you have the right mindset. Last but not least, most of the programming languages are going to become fairly, in 3 to 5 years, I anticipate, are going to become irrelevant to a large degree. Knowing this overall transaction lifecycle, initiation of it, making sure how it works, and then helping AI debug it properly will become the key skill.
Yeah. And I would like to add one thing, if you allow me to do that. As a recruiter for second largest company in USA, I would suggest if you're actively looking for a job, it is critical that you work on real hands-on projects and clearly understand your role and responsibility. Because nowadays employers, they're no longer hiring based on theory alone. They want to see practical experience, problem solving ability, and clear understanding of how your skill create value in a real world environment. So after this training, I'm pretty sure Muhammad Salim Bhai has a lot of good stuff and a lot of real hands-on project there. Plan your interviews. Planning is very, very important before you go for the interview. And if you plan, your interview, you're probably gonna get like job easier than the other people who are going there with overconfidence attitude, and they think that they're gonna get the job. People only There are a lot of people I see, they're top-notch people, great presentation skills, but they don't do their research, they don't prepare very well. They just go there and they just talk, and sometimes they miss very, very important things. So see the job description, what is exactly in the job description, and relate that job description, with the project you are doing, and then give your best shot, and market is open for all of you.
Yes, thank you, Zubhai. Definitely, yeah, this is the very important concept that the every company is looking for whenever they are hiring and conducting the interviews. They are not only checking to the candidates with only the little bit technical knowledge or some random question. They are digging into the business rules, domains, and they are trying to dig into that and trying to get an idea either this candidate have a practical project knowledge or not, and if he did that project like in finance banking or in a healthcare, like they try to dig how much domain knowledge they have. So definitely we have to be very active, and especially you are right, a lot of time we are submitting our resumes or we are going for the interview without reading the description what is the actual requirements are. So if we can go through that and brush up our skills more on that, it will be
Yeah,
awesome.
and
Yes.
and one more thing, I recently hired 20 QA engineers, 20 QA engineers, but they were not manual tester. They were all
Yes.
automation tester with this Playwright, Selenium, and all AI experience work. Even government, my client was I don't want to. It's just a confidential federal client. Even federal clients, they are implementing AI things right now. So if you are a normal QA tester, I'm telling you, it's been 5 years. I did not even see any requirement for manual tester, but I see hundreds of requirements coming from for automation testers, Selenium with Playwright and DevOps, and there are a lot of skill set they're looking for. So just wanted to let you know. And data engineering jobs, data scientist jobs, they're the top jobs. Even Google and Facebook and all big companies are hiring data engineers, data analysis, analytics people, data scientists. So market is there. Even if you have 6 months of experience, if you know your product, your domain, as Muhammad said, then you are the rock star. You're the diamond in the market. You're gold.